Hey friends, welcome back. Today I wanted to share something personal with you. It's my recent experience doing a 3-day fast. Initially, I hadn't planned to talk about it or share anything publicly. The reason behind my fast was something spiritual. Something kind of felt sacred about it. I just wanted to keep the experience, between me and the experience itself. It wasn't about losing weight or jumping on some kind of trend. It was just kind of like finding clarity, reconnecting spiritually, and tuning into something deeper. But after some reflection and encouragement from someone really close to me, I realized that sharing my journey might actually help others who are considering doing a fast for similar reasons as mine. So I'm making this video to help, people who are curious and who are also trying to seek an experience from this. If you decide to do a fast, whatever your reasons may be, there are some great potential benefits. Fasting can support digestive health, help improve blood pressure and heart function, and even promote something called cellular autophagy. And autophagy is basically your body's way of cleaning house. It's removing damaged cells, which may have like anti-aging benefits and could even help prevent certain diseases. So I found that really interesting. Then, of course, fasting isn't without its risks. That's why it's important to know your limits. Personally, I chose to do just 3 days. I wouldn't go beyond 72 hours because that tends to result in muscle loss and vitamin deficiency. But everybody's body is different, so it's always smart to listen to yours. So the things I did consume during this fast is I would drink like a gallon of water a day. I had a multivitamin and an iron and fish oil supplement. And then on the last day, I did open up a ramen packet. I didn't eat the ramen itself, the noodles. I had the ramen seasoning packet, and I just boiled it in hot water, and I drank that to help liven me up. And I have video of that. That's on like day 3. So you'll kind of see me in that video and how I was before and then after I had that. That was like 12 hours before the fast would end. So I have clips of that so you can enjoy that. And the last thing I also consumed was just some green tea. Just no additives or anything. So yeah, I just had stuff that would not break the fast. So that's basically all I had. So day 1. Started off pretty easy in the morning because I don't really eat in the mornings. So I wasn't hungry. But as the day went on, little thoughts would pop up in my head like, well, this is when I normally eat, or I think I'm hungry, just the usual times when you eat is when those thoughts would start popping up, and that's when you have to try to push them out of your head. So I'd keep myself grounded. I started doing things I, enjoy doing, like my art, doing 3D modeling, drawing. I also took time to meditate. I would really try to stay present and aware of how my body was feeling. That would quiet the thoughts. So that helped. The evenings, though, that's where it got tough. That's usually my time to eat. So sitting there without a meal felt really strange. My mind was just flooded with thoughts. It was like, this is when I eat. This is weird without food. I'm gonna starve. Oh, I'm so unhappy. I'm depressed. Like I just had all these emotions. I was getting fears like, I'm gonna be so hungry tonight. I won't be able to sleep. What if I get lightheaded? Fears and doubts were popping up in my head. Just my brain was trying to convince myself that, just go eat. Just sending me all the fears and everything. Just going into survival mode at that point. And I'm like, I'll be okay. So that was like a mental mind game I had going on. I hated that. So when I was getting a lot of like those thoughts or those feelings of hunger, I would chug water. I would chug a lot of water, and then I would go meditate. I would breathe, I'd ground myself. I tried to distract myself by maybe playing a game or doing something else. And once that wave of discomfort passed, and it seemed to only pass when it started becoming around 8 or 9 p.m. at night. Around that time, I'm usually, getting ready for bed and reading. So when it was around that time, it was like that hunger and those thoughts, they were like gone, because it wasn't like my regular time when I eat. So my body was already like, I'm ready for bed or chilling or reading, it's like, okay. So this felt like I don't know how to describe it. Just my body's set on a schedule, and once I'm at a different time, it's like, oh, okay, well, now it's time to do this. And now the feeling of hunger and everything's gone. It's just time to do my normal routine. So I guess my body is just set to its routine, which I think it needs to break. So I found that interesting. So, once the rhythm of the evening kicked in, the urges were gone. And surprisingly, I did not feel hungry when I was sleeping. I didn't wake up. I slept fine. So the first day was a little bit of a battle, but it was a success. So waking up on day 2, I was surprised. I wasn't hungry. I felt lighter. My head felt clearer. Just didn't have so much noise in my head, because I usually overthink, like, oh, I got to do this and this and this and this right when I wake in the mornings. But I was kind of like feeling lighter, feeling pretty good. So normally in the mornings I take a walk. It's usually a 40-minute walk, but I was like, I'm going to do 20 minutes, try to conserve that energy for the rest of the day. So that's how I started off. The rest of the day I did pretty much the same as I did on day 1. I art, meditated, just staying mindful. One fun and expected part of the day was Ghost. He went and got us like a little 10-foot inflatable kind of pool outside. So I have a picture of us just outside with our dog in the little pool, and we hung out. And that was nice. It was a nice distraction. I enjoyed the sunshine. It was a real good moment to just be grounded into nature. That was a good thing. Emotionally though, I was a little all over the place. One moment I will be very joyful and energized, and then 2 minutes later I will feel low and defeated, and then 2 minutes later I'm happy again, and I'm like, woohoo! I probably drove Ghost a little crazy, because all I wanted to do was talk a lot. Talking helped me stay out of my mind from the suffocating thoughts of, well, let's go eat, let's go have some food, you're hungry, you can quit now, go eat something, why are you even doing this? Just some of the thoughts in my head. So talking helped a lot. Those thoughts were persistent all day long. They would come up and then go away, and then come up and then go away, kind of like waves. It just felt like it was coming in at waves. It felt like a mental game of Pong that you were playing with yourself. Whenever they start to take over, I try to redirect the Pong ball by talking or doing art, or I do practice some Qigong, which actually helped a lot. The Qigong helped me feel like my body would calm down. It would ease the hunger and the chatter in my mind. But water is a lifesaver. Yeah, anytime those cravings or those thoughts were getting really strong, I would grab my gallon and I would just chug it. And then after I chugged it, I'm like, I feel full. Yeah, I'm good. So gallon water, it's a must. So, evening came, and that's the hardest time for me because of my routine of that's when I usually eat. So that's when the doubts and the fears and all those thoughts came in real strong. But once I'm able to pass those hours of that time where I eat, and it hit around 8 or 9, I felt good again. the hunger, the thoughts, all of that was gone. So I feel like if you have like a kind of set routine when you eat, and you're normally eating at that time when you do a fast, those are going to be the hardest times for you. So yeah, they suck. So you definitely want to be very busy during those times. You definitely want to have something planned out for those times. The sleep wasn't too bad either. I didn't have any intense hunger. That didn't bother me at all when I was sleeping. But I did notice that I did wake up because my body got like unusually warm that night. I'm not sure why. I was just really hot. But eventually it faded and I went back to sleep. The morning of day 3 was a little different than the other days. My head kind of felt a little floaty. Like when I would turn side to side, everything moved at a slight slow motion. It's not like, you're not as strong as when you're drinking and then everything's moving really slow. It's not that strong, but it was just a light feeling of something was a little different. So I thought maybe a short walk would help, wake me up. So I only did a 10-minute walk, but it didn't help much. At that point, I figured I might be lacking something, salt or electrolytes. So that's when I took Ghost's advice and I did the little ramen pack, little seasoning, just the seasoning, and I boiled that in water. It definitely helped. It gave me a boost. I did record some of that moment, and yeah, you'll kind of tell I look a little dead and a little floaty. You're not like that the whole time during your fast or whatever, okay? It was just waking up that day. I was just like, I just look a little dead, but I do have some video of that you can enjoy. So here's that, and yeah, that. A little delirious, but that's fine. I mean, it's fine. I'm good. Today I'm excited for broth. I don't know why, I'm just really excited for this. I'm just really excited for some broth. After almost 3 days, I'm very excited to have this. This is all I'm gonna have, so I don't break my fast. I'm just gonna heat it up in some water. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's time. I'm gonna put that in a bowl. After a few sips of this, I'm already starting to feel better. Like, I just think it's the salt helping. I looked up ramen packets. They shouldn't break a fast because, it just has like that salt and stuff. And I know that's important to have when you're on a fast, especially if you go for a long duration. You should have like some salt in your water to get you those electrolytes, I believe. I don't know, or I'm just talking out my butt. But that's just stuff I was reading and learning about before I did this. So yeah, this little ramen packet broth thing, that helps. So just about 12 more hours to go. But yeah, after you drink the ramen broth, I definitely started feeling good. I felt like I was suddenly alive again. The floaty feeling went away. I felt grounded. I felt really full. Kind of cozy because the broth just felt like a warm hug inside my tummy. The rest of the day went smoothly. I had work that day. It kept me busy, distracted, and before I knew it, the day was winding down and the fast was officially over. When it came to break the fast, I made sure not to go too heavy. You shouldn't eat like greasy, heavy food after a fast. So instead I did some like yogurt with fruit and granola in it. Just something simple, light, satisfying. I was a happy camper with that. Like 72 hours completed. Hell yeah. One thing that really helped me get through this fast was my mindset. When I set my mind on something, and I want to accomplish it, yeah, I follow through. If I don't, I get really angry at myself, and I feel guilty and disappointed, and I'd rather complete the task than to live with those thoughts. Yeah. The support from Ghost was very helpful as well. But call it my stubbornness or determination or whatever, the drive to stick to commitment made all the difference. So you definitely need a strong desire before you do this. But I mean, everybody's different. This might actually be something that's really easy for you. So that's awesome. It wasn't really easy for me, but the people who find this stuff easy, kudos to you. So in the end, I felt like I accomplished something I honestly didn't think I'd be able to do. To be real, I love to eat, so not eating for 3 days seemed really, really scary. It seemed impossible, and it was very difficult. It was a total mind game the entire time. For me at least. Your experience might be completely different from mine. For me, this was my very first fast, and of course my brilliant idea was, let's just jump right in and do it. But I don't recommend you just jumping in and doing it. They say it's better to start small and then gradually work up to, 3 days. But I just tend to head dive into everything I do, which works for me sometimes. But if you're thinking about trying this, yeah, I definitely suggest easing into it, and just kind of listen to your body along the way. So during the fast, I did get some clarity that I was looking for. It helped me realize that I needed to slow down, feel how my body is feeling, staying present. It helped me reconnect with something I've always loved, which is creating, and I like drawing, and so it kind of helped me think of some different ideas I could do for my channel. I know when I was a kid, I always loved drawing comics and making characters and making little stories. So I'm kind of thinking of like drawing some comics and then voicing the characters and then turning them into little videos for my channel. Maybe that would be kind of cool. I mean, I enjoyed doing it as a kid, so I think I would enjoy doing it as an adult. So it feels good to get excited about something creative again. I'm really looking forward to exploring more into doing the comics and the voices for them. So maybe stay tuned for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little different from what I usually post, but if you're interested in more of this spiritual woo-woo kind of stuff, like Qigong or meditation, all that good energy work, let me know in the comments. Maybe I could make some more videos about some stuff I'm kind of getting into. If this video gets 50,000 likes, I'll do a 7-day fast. Please do not. I do not want to do a 7-day fast. I was dying at 3 days. Oh my god. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a blessed, peaceful day. Thank you.